It's haunting you. There is an idea, a story idea, trapped in your head. A world you want to build. Characters fighting to get out. But you haven't started writing it, have you? Why is it always someday? In this video, I want to talk about why you really do need to start writing today. I want to break down the trap, the psychological trap of waiting for the perfect time. And I want to talk to you about how new technology, AI, has made it possible to get past all the roadblocks that are in your way, all the things that stop you. Is it a fear of failure? Not knowing where to start? Maybe you're worried that using AI is somehow cheating. Is that what you're thinking? Do you think that it's cheating? I'll answer that later. Or at least my opinion on whether or not it is. Now, I get it. While I have been world building and creating stories in my head since I was a kid, I've always had a busy mind. It was a way to relax and fall asleep. I always had the imagination. That was never a problem for me. But the execution, I couldn't get things out. I could get to some points. I think the most I ever wrote was maybe 40 some pages. And I would always struggle and give up. But things have changed. And now AI tools exist that allow me to get past my weaknesses. And they can help you too. I went from dreaming about it, wanting to do it, struggling through trying, to finally actually finishing and self-publishing 5 novels, a novella, and a few other things. Now, if I can do it, you absolutely can too. I want to start by being a bit brutally honest and ask you, why haven't you started? If you really want to write something, why haven't you done it? I know most people, it's because they're waiting for the perfect time. They're waiting for when work slows down, or when the kids are older, or when they feel inspired, the worst of all. The simple, brutal, hard truth is that the perfect time doesn't exist. Life is always going to be there. And especially in the case of waiting for inspiration, if you're just waiting around for the stars to align and inspiration to strike before you can finally start putting a little work on a piece of paper or a WordPad doc or whatever, what you're really doing is making a decision to never write. Someday is just a comforting lie we tell ourselves to avoid the scary thing. Doing something. Actually trying. And every day that you wait, the passion dies a little bit more. It dies a slow, painful death by procrastination and avoidance. Now, I want you to be honest. Tell me in the comments, what is the biggest excuse that you use to avoid writing? Is it there's no time, or you're too tired, or you're afraid it's going to suck? Tell me in the comments so we can get it out in the open. I do believe that if you speak something, it gives it a kind of a face, and that allows you to confront a fear or an obstacle and get past it. So we know that just sitting around waiting isn't a good option. So what makes today better? Why is today the time that you should start? Well, for starters, you have to make that first step, or you're never going to. You have to start at some point. It might as well be today. The other reason is that now technology exists that can help you overcome obstacles. If the hardest part of writing a novel used to be staring at a blank page and just not knowing where to start, you don't have to worry about that anymore. You don't have to wait for the perfect idea that will never come. There are no perfect ideas. What you need is something that excites you, something that you feel inspired about. And that's where you can start using AI to help you as a brainstorming partner. Even if all you have is a genre or a couple of genres that you really enjoy reading, and you would like to write something in one or both genres or a mixture of the genres, you can go to an AI like ChatGPT and use a prompt along the lines of, give me some plot ideas for this genre mixed with this genre, and give it a couple of little details that maybe you really love from some of your favorite stories that you've read, not written, read. Your favorite novels, your favorite movies. What are the things that really sticks with you? Give it a prompt based around that, and it will give you ideas. And you can look through them and find little bits and pieces that appeal to you, and take them and note them down and start building it out from there. And if it's not an idea that you have problem with, that you already have the idea, really your obstacle is more you feel you don't have enough time, they can help you save a lot of time. AI tools are great for productivity. Anytime you start feeling stuck, you can use them to get more ideas and get yourself unstuck. So instead of wasting a bunch of time not doing anything, trying to think of something, you can simply get a whole bunch of ideas, pick what you want to use, and keep moving. And the best part is that AI doesn't have an ego. It's not going to get mad if you don't like something. It's never going to get bored if you keep asking for variations on the same thing. You know, anywhere you have problems, anything you struggle with, there are ways you can use AI to get around it, to overcome that, to keep moving. Whether it's writing descriptions or having a really messy draft that you really need to organize, or feeling like your prose needs a lot of polish, you can use AI to help you. And it doesn't replace you. You are the one who is in control. You're the one making the decisions. I use it to write prose because that is one of the things that I struggle with more than anything else, is keeping going when I'm trying to write something. By using the AI, I can focus on the things that I am best at. I can edit the text that it generates. I can expand on it, alter it, remove, prune, whatever I need to do, and I keep momentum. I keep going instead of getting bogged down, frustrated, and quitting. And yeah, it can feel like a mountain to climb when you want to write a story, but you have to remember that every mountain is climbed in steps, one at a time. Like anything else in life, you do it one step at a time. A building is built one piece at a time. Stories are built one piece at a time. And you can use AI to help you if you struggle with any of the parts that need to be built. So at the beginning, I posed the question, is using AI cheating? Well, it depends on what you think being a legit writer is, a legit author, storyteller. If you actually think that any author in history did all of it all on their own, then, and that's how you're a legit author, is you did everything yourself, then there are no legit authors. Every author who has ever used a ghostwriter isn't legit. Every author that ever brainstormed with another person, not legit. Every author who got published and was sent notes from their publisher, because the editors in every publishing company that exists, have editors that read through every manuscript and then send the manuscripts back to the authors with notes on what needs to be changed. Every author has made alterations to their books based on the input of others. And if you think that somehow using an AI is not legitimate, but doing the exact same things with another person are legitimate, then that's just sheer prejudice against technology. Personally, I think those who hate and are against AI, it says more about them than it does the technology. It reveals their fears of losing money, their fears of things changing. I want you to know something. Everybody is valuable. And everybody who wants to tell a story has a valuable story to tell, because it's theirs. And the tools that you use to make that story come to life and actually get it from your head into a document or onto paper, however you do it, it's fair game as long as it is your story. I want you to know that your stories shouldn't die in your head because you're waiting for a perfect moment to come that never will. What I want you to do is open a WordPad document or the equivalent and write one sentence. It can just be a genre or a couple of genres and a few things about certain stories that you like. Just write it. And then you can use ChatGPT or another AI tool to start using that to brainstorm something. And then you can flesh out what you've been brainstorming. And then you can start creating characters and world building and plot development. And before you know it, you'll have what you can use as your notes in order to start writing. Whether you plan to do the writing yourself or use AI for assistance, doesn't matter. And I want you to do that today. Now, I do have some resources that can help you in the description, so you probably would like to check those out. But more than anything else, I want you to stop waiting. Don't just be a someday person. Be a today person. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. See you later.